Ganking in mlbb is both the most rewarding and frustrating part. There are times you will feel like you can destroy the enemy easily, but you are the one who ended up dying. And times when you can even turn the table in one gank. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video I'm going to talk about the only ganking guide you need to know to improve your ganking ability and have a more successful gank. As you guys know, this video has redeem codes and I want to congratulate the winners of our previous video. Thank you for participating, and similarly this video will have hidden codes too. Find it from the video and redeem it at Kazukiofficialstore.com and your diamonds will be delivered instantly. Ganking matters more. If you can have a 2k plus lead gold or 2 level ahead of enemy but you never gank, then that is one of the worst things to do, as the enemies would slowly catch you up, and in the late game gold doesn't matter much. If you are done with your build and also overfarm the enemy but you aren't using it to help your team, then what's the use of it? Always taking MVP and never dying doesn't matter if you aren't helping your team, because it's a teamwork game. Next, we have another point. It is simple but by far the most important things to consider when looking to set up a gank. Ganking isn't something you can just do as a jungler without any cost to yourself. Every time you try to execute a gank, there's a tons of risk that goes into it. There are the obvious ones like being counter ganked or even straight up 1 versus 2 by the enemy laner if you mess up. But there are other smaller but still meaningful risks that you are taking. As well, once you are announcing to the entire enemy team where you are, your biggest strength as a jungler is that you could be anywhere at any point in time. If you reveal yourself on the map and the enemy knows where you are going, you have to take this risk. For example, if you fail a gank in bot lane, the enemy jungler could take your entire top side jungle and buff not only the enemy jungler, but in the higher ranks, side laners actually begin timing their aggression based on where the jungler was last seen. Although this wouldn't be your fault, but you announcing yourself in a certain area of the map could lead to one of the laners dying 1 versus 1 simply because the enemy laner knew they could now go aggressive safely. Things you should consider before every gank. The first thing you need to know is which of your lane is worth ganking the most and which ones are likely to result in a waste of time. As you guys can see here, our tank and jungler decided to go bot lane to gank Gusion since their MM is with their tank, so the possibility of having a successful gank is much lower if we gank MM. So let me assist our jungler and tank and let Selena help our MM. He nearly escaped, but since we managed to kill him, it's good. So we have to think which lane is worth ganking the most for a better outcome. Follow up on your teammates' hero picks. You should gank for your laners with the most CC or the enemy with the very least damage output in the early game. You also have to check the enemy's ability to evade your gank. Focus more on ganking the enemies who have less mobility, as it will slightly have a higher chance of success gank. Ganking for your laners with the most CC doesn't mean that you shouldn't gank on the other lane. You should gank on the other lanes too, but they should be a bit low or out of skill. Watch this clip for example. I am going bot lane to clear since no one is there. And out of nowhere, Gusion came out and then used combo on me, which he missed all of it. As Gusion was seen on the map, our Johnson came and hit him. Since I know he is out of skill, I went full pressure on him and we managed to kill him. If you are looking for 100% safe and secure diamond, Kazuki Official Store is here to fulfill your need. We are trusted by more than 50k mlbb players from India, Philippines and Europe. Do visit our website and browse between our various packs. Also try to gank turtle lane, as after ganking you can take down turtles safely.
Since this is so.
And when ganking lane, you should also look at your skill and your team skill. For example, if you are using Whale and you ultimate the enemy but your team Tigreal push the enemies away from your ultimate, then the gank is wasted. So you should either wait for your Tigreal to use his skill first or let Tigreal wait for your ultimate. So knowing teammates' skills is important. Always let your team CC effect hit first before lending them any skill so that you won't miss. Planning for a gank. Before joining a gank, you have to plan when, how and what after that. By saying when, what I mean is that you have to know when to charge in and the timing. The enemy Gatot is low, so I can one-shot him with my ultimate, and since the turtle is also in the bot lane, I will try to kill him and get the turtle too. Let me wait for the minions. As you can see, the enemy jungler is busy in the top lane, so I can take the turtle peacefully. And you also have to plan how to confirm the kill. It depends on what hero you are using. And also one of the most important thing is what to do after the gank. Whether it was a successful gank or not, it doesn't matter. Importance of ganking for every role. If you are playing as a jungler, you have to be main source of damage in the team. Let your tank charge in first before you go in. But if the enemy is alone and you can get the kill easily, just dive in to get the kill and leave as soon as possible. And of course, you have to be in every gank, so watching the map is very important. For mages, you have to be in backlines and help as much as you can in every gank. Positioning is also important for mage players, as the enemies are going to mark you. Clear your lanes as early as possible and stick with your roamers. When playing as a roamer, you have to give vision to your team and try to look for the best lane to gank. You should also match your combo with your mage for better combos. And you also need to be the one charging for the gank and stay in front line and also take damage for your team. Flanking is also one of the most important things for a roamer. For side laner, you don't have to focus much on ganking in early, but focus more on pushing and defending. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't be going for any gank. If the turtle is in your lane, you should join the fight too. But if you are in the opposite, just focus on your lane. After getting the enemy's first turret, you can also focus on ganking. Let's now talk about some of the heroes who can easily decide the outcome of the gank. Most of you guys might have already seen Tigreal doing a combo with Flicker. You guys might have already understood why Tigreal is here. With just one of his combos, it can change the outcome of a gank. The same goes for Atlas, but both can be easily countered by Diggy's ultimate. You might have already seen Franco's hooking in side lanes and not missing much hooks, which means this can also easily decide the outcome of a gank. I am sure that there are many other heroes that you guys might know. I'm not mentioning them, but do comment down below. And here are 5 comments from our previous video. R2Zen, Mizo Gaming 2.0, Aizen, good job on your 10 days of asking shoutout. Akira, someone nobody knows. And that was all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.